listen, they are clearly a better team. But kind of interested tomorrow with East Tennessee State, who's not a bad team. And you go in there, and you know what they're thinking about in Knoxville next Saturday. Not saying they're going to beat them. I'm just wondering if that's going to be a game a little bit longer than some people anticipate. But Tennessee, clearly a better team. But interested how East Tennessee State does tomorrow in Knoxville.
All right, y'all, welcome back and happy game day Saturday. Today we won't be going live for our pre or post game shows because it's my father's birthday and it's my nephew-in-law's birthday. So we were going to try to fit it in, but obviously we have a lot of things going on and we just won't be able to get to it. But we will share some of our thoughts about this ETSU game. Y'all please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And we started things off with the voice of Rusty Manziel, and I got that clip from him doing the commentating on my nephew's game last night. But I just wanted to share that with everybody so that people understand. Of course, Rusty Manziel is a big-time Georgia homer. I think he's like an insider for one of their sites on Rivals or On3, whatever. Doesn't even matter to me. But he, to me, represents the average Georgia fan very well. This is how they think about us. This is how they talk about us. And growing up in the state of Georgia, I get to hear it all the time. That's why I can't stand him. But he's basically saying that, man, Tennessee's probably going to be overlooking ETSU, so it could be kind of a game. That is so disrespectful. What he's saying is, man, Tennessee ain't that good. Like, we can't afford to overlook ETSU. And I don't think that our players or our team is going to be doing that. Us as fans, we can do it, which has no impact on the game. But I'm just saying, next week is a big-time hate week for us on this channel. And I'm just kind of showing you some of the, like behind the scenes as to why. But with all of that being said, let me jump into what I think about this game, some of the things that I'm looking for. Number one is obviously just going to be to stay healthy. I've said this several times, but that's number one. I mean, we're playing up against a team that we should be able to absolutely dominate. I just want to get the starters in, get them out. Like, if anyone's kind of banged up, if there's a room that's kind of shorthanded, just don't even play those guys, man. Like, there's no need to, because, I mean, I'm not taking a shot at ETSU, who I think is really good on their level, but they're not on our level, right? Like, this is the highest level outside of the NFL. It's a gigantic difference in the level of talent. So, I mean, look, we should be able to play mostly freshmen and walk-ons and win this game by a big, big margin. So that's where I'm at with it mentally, man. Like, let's just stay healthy and let's just get up out this game as quickly as possible. So the second thing is I definitely want to see a lot of run dominance. We're going to have our entire offensive line back, like all of our starters. David Sanders comes back in right tackle. Jesse Perry moves from right tackle. He played very well there last week, but then he moves inside to right guard. And then Wendell Moore, he's going to be starting at left guard. Does the offensive line look even better? I mean, I think that it should, but yeah, I mean, run blocking should be incredible. The tight end, same thing, and we've got a stable full of running backs. I would like to say that everyone should be able to get a rushing touchdown, but that's not going to be realistic just because by the time, like, if it's one of the top 3 running backs that Tennessee has, one of them might score, and then maybe we score a different way. Like, it could get up to 28 points before they can even get, I mean, probably 10 to 15 carries, So then the younger guys have to start playing, which, I mean, rightfully so. That's how the game should go. But yes, we should get over 300 yards rushing for sure. Okay, like for sure. And then number 3 for me is I want to see the passing game looking better. I kind of want to say flawless, like especially for the starters, it should look flawless. Don't want to see any drops, all right, at all. And then as far as just like quarterback play, have we kind of like loosened up some? Can we be a little bit more accurate with some of the passes and so on and so forth? The pass protection should look really good, give up 0 sacks just like we did last week. Let's try to start a trend there. I think that we can do that. The offensive line is that talented. And then, I want to see us tackling well out in space. We know that next weekend versus Georgia, Gunnar Stockton and all those guys, a bunch of wide receiver, quick screens and things like that. Georgia's going to try to make us play out in space. So we need to show that we can do it well and who's doing it the best, even if it's someone that hasn't maybe played, didn't play last week versus Syracuse. Maybe they need to be playing more versus Georgia because that's going to be the biggest thing. I'm not too concerned about them trying to run the football right at us. Unless it's, like a quarterback power or quarterback counter. That scares me more with the runs right at us than their running backs. So find the guys who can play well out in space. And also, just speaking of Stockton's legs, ETSU has a quarterback who can use his legs as well. How do we look versus that? It should look very, very clean. They're going to spread us out, and, they might be running on a lighter box every now and then, so we have to look strong from that standpoint. And then, I want to see us score in all 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, special teams. I think that that's very possible. The defense, to me, should have the mindset of, man, we want to be the highest scoring defense in the history of the game. That should be the thought process. Can we score on defense every single game? That will put Tennessee in a tremendous spot. Special teams too. We didn't really get a whole lot of opportunities last week, but this week we might get some. Okay, so Once you get your chances, take it to the house, keep it clean and all that. So last thing is I'm really excited about the young guys, right? The young quarterbacks, the young guys everywhere. I want to see them get a lot of burn. I want to see them looking really good and making some plays with their family and friends and all that, watching the game live in Neyland Stadium. But just as far as the score prediction, I have Tennessee winning this one 63-10. And I have our starters getting out hopefully midway through the second quarter. But those are my thoughts. Please share y'all's down in that comment section. And as always, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And we'll be talking to y'all probably tomorrow. Thanks. Peace. Thanks for watching. And please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel because that keeps us growing inside of the YouTube algorithm. And if you did like this video, here's another one that you might also enjoy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.